A very good morning to all of you. Hope all are doing fine and all are safe in these disastrous days. Don't worry, things will calm down very soon. We all are together. Whatever the situation is, we are there to combat being united, right? So nothing is stagnant. The happiness is bound to come, as I always say. So, since we know we have finished both the poems, Birches and the Darkling Thrust, we have discussed the question answers as well. So, this is the time we can proceed towards revision test. Before that, I decided to provide you with some important question answers. So, here these are. After going through this, you will be able to go for the revision tests. You will get the study material, you will get the worksheet very soon, and you will have to appear in the test and find out how much ready you are, right? So there are certain question answers that I have given here. As I said, it's not mandatory that you have to follow the same. It's just a guideline. A few important points I have mentioned just. It's completely up to you. How do you want to frame your question answer? Just go ahead. So let us proceed towards question answers. I'll be just discussing the points and the rest is up to you. Now see, the first question is, what are the abstract and philosophical elements of the poem Birches? This is quite an important question. So as it is written, as an adult, the speaker longs to swing birches again. He notes how swinging on a birches is temporary escape from earth. So as you can see, I have quoted two lines. I'd like to get away from earth a while and then come back to it and begin over. So I have quoted in other questions also the lines from the poem. But see, I'll suggest you something. If you remember the lines truly and properly, then only you're allowed to write. Otherwise, it may cause a deduction of your marks. So please be very aware of that. Okay. So when he was young, swinging on the tree was simply a matter of play. As an older man and more reflective, he sees the practice of swinging in more philosophical terms. He wants to get away from the earth for a while, but then he wants to come back and repeat the process. This idea of getting away could be something as simple and abstract as daydreaming or living in one's imagination. So I'm not going to read out the whole. You will get this in your study material section. So you will be going through this properly. Now, the second question is, what are the main themes of the poem Birches by Robert Frost? This question is already given by me. Then also I have given it once again, so that you can have all the elements with you, all the main themes and every material should be with you, so that you can frame your own answer, so that while writing you should not lack in anything. That is why I have given it once again. So the main points are the interrelationship between imagination and reality, the relation between youth and nature, nature as an intermediary between the human and the divine. Okay, now comes the third question, that is, what effect do ice storms have on birch trees in the poem Birches by Robert Frost? Yes, it's very easy. While reading the poem, you can underline the lines that will decode the meaning so that you can write. And just a few guidelines are given here so that you can understand this what to write and what to omit. But as I said, you are given full liberty, but please be aware, do not forget to write those things whatever you are asked for, because the examiner will be looking for the keywords and key points. Okay, be to the point. So, in the poem Birches by Robert Frost, the speaker is reminded of his own childhood, living too far away from the town of baseball, amusing himself by swinging down on the ground from the tops of birch trees. He recalls this memory fondly, and upon seeing birches with their trunks bent low, he says, I like to think some boy been swinging them as he himself used to do, but no boy has been there, for swinging does not bend them down as to stay as ice storms do. So we know that an ice storm is the culprit for the current configuration of the birches. Frost describes what happens to birches in an ice storm with much nostalgia, as he does his own swinging. Another indication that birches, and by extension nature in general, played a large role in the speaker's upbringing. When there is ice on the birch after rain, he says, they click upon themselves as the breeze rises and turn many colored. As the star cracks and presses the enamel, soon the sun's warmth makes them shed crystal cells, shattering and avalanching on the snow crust. He The fourth question is, why and when does the speaker reminiscence about his youthful experience in Robert Frost's Birches? Robert Frost Birches is an interesting look at a wintertime phenomena in the north. When ice storms strike, certain kinds of trees are prone to bending under the weight of accumulated ice. Sometimes the trunks of these kinds of trees, which happen to be birches in this poem, never fully recover and right themselves. And you have to go on. As you can see, I have quoted a few lines. So, if you are unable to remember the lines, you can write the meaning of these lines in your own words. It is not mandatory that you have to quote the same lines. It will definitely help you to have extra marks, but you have to keep in your mind the fact as well that if you are unable to quote it if you are unable to quote it correctly, then it will cause the deduction of your marks. Number 5, what does the writer want to convey from the poem Birches? So it's very easy again, it's up to you how you want to write this. Then, with reference to Birches by Robert Frost, what does being a swinger of birches symbolize for the speaker? This question is again very important. Then the last one. In birches, to what does the speaker compare trees that are bent low for so long that they never completely right themselves? So, this is the last question. After going through this, hopefully you will have the idea how to answer any question that may come from the poem Birches. Because I have tried to present the important issues that will help you to make your idea very clean and clear, so that you can frame your own answers. So now, after going through all these questions, the time comes to go to the worksheet section and find out your revision test paper. I think you will be able to answer. I'm very much sure of that. If you have any problem in answering the question, please do mention. I'll be solving that with my most pleasure. Now, the class ends here. Take care of yourself because the weather is not at all favorable. And write the answer. I'll be checking that very soon. We are going to have that feature. And we'll meet in the next class with a revision test, obviously. And very soon, we will be beginning with our new chapters. So take care of yourselves. Do read well. We'll meet in the next class. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.